Hey guys, Tommy B here with the RakonHeli 350QX conversion transplant. Gonna give you my reviews to it and input on it as the swapping over the guts out of the original 350QX. I was able, and you're able, to take the entire wire harness out of the body of the 350QX. You will have to unplug the sensor, the compass sensor, at where it connects at the sensor on the leg. You will have to unplug it from there. Be really careful. All these little connectors on these ESCs and sensors, GPS module and all are real delicate, and be real cautious of those. Look over all your wiring when you take it out of the original body. Look over for any chafing, rubs to that. I can tell you, in my experience with them, being I've had a couple of them, the vibration in them causes chafing and rubbing on the wires in the hull, and it will make bare spots, particularly at the bullet connectors, and where it's rubbing a little post or plastic piece inside the shell, and you may have to repair or cover that up. Remember what I've told you guys, you don't want anything electric touching the carbon fiber plate. A couple little things that I did and I've learnt during this thing. Mounting your compass sensor, that right there, you mount it on this little plastic bracket thing, and the way you fasten that to that is a piece of heat shrink. That's what I did. And it's just the sensor, the little plastic cover that's on the factory legs, that you don't use that. You take the sensor out of that. Make sure you put that sensor back on its correct orientation. I'm really not sure if it matters very much there, but why chance it? Put it back in the right orientation. A little piece of heat shrink on there worked real good to cover the compass sensor up. I painted the bottom of the board with liquid electric tape. I put one nice even coat on the bottom of the board. Being the bottom is kind of open, got some slots, etc. in there, and you know, taking off on grass early morning, or during a crash in grass with dew on it, or been rain that day, you get water on anything, you're going to fry the motherboard, and then your 350QX is ruined. Start all over again. Other things, make sure when you're make sure these bullet connectors are all plugged up on both ends of the ESC. Make sure they're fully put together good. I did unplug the motors from the outgoing on the motor side of the ESC. I unplugged the motors because, one, it was easier to handle the wiring harness taking it out of the original body, and also bolting the motors on and the wires, hooking those up. Being this thing is componentized and it comes apart, it makes it real nice and convenient to be able to take things loose, slide it at the wires, plug things in, and screw it back together. Really nice. I like it. So far, so good. Oh, another thing I kind of figured out, the GoPro mount, factory mount, it has the 4 holes that just catch the rubber bumpers. You don't use the existing plate that mounts to the 350QX body. The holes match up and the little rubber bumpers go to it. I thought that was pretty neat. I am going to put me some tie wraps through those. We all know if those fall out, you'll lose your GoPro, Mobius, or Run Cam. And we learnt to loop a tie wrap through those so it prevents the loss. your wires running through it and all, I have all ideas over time. They may get a little bit of chafing, particularly where they go into the tubes at right here. They may start to get a little rub on them in those areas. You could address that doing the transplant. Maybe let your heat shrink extend out a little bit beyond that tube, and it'll take care of the possibility of chafing or rubbing right in there. Other than that, I thought it went really good. Thought I'd show y'all before I completely kill it off, because in just a minute I'm gonna bolt the top plate on, arrange my GPS module and puck on top of it. On my GPS module and puck, I've got two ideas that, you know, you can use the when you're doing it with a V3, you can use the GPS mast, and it's got a location for it to be mounted, and of course the puck, and you can use the gear and use the plastic mast. But I'm not all hip on that. We've all learned that these are very weak and will break, and you know, you have issues with that. And then, you know, remember, the whole purpose of changing over this frame is for the durability of it, and, you know, the ease in fixing it upon a crash, which, you know, we're going to have. Other than that, you know, I enjoyed putting it together. So far so good. I'll have it finished up here in a little bit, and tomorrow I'll be actually tonight I will have started it up, but I won't fly it tonight. I'll do all my calibrations, and then tomorrow make sure it flies all right, hopefully, and all goes well. But there she is. My quads I originally named Lucy after my mom. I think this one looks a little more aggressive. I think I'm going to call this one Ragin Russell. Ha! You guys don't know it, that's my middle name. Russell. Burn up the skies.